The other question is, Ashish, so at one point of time, we saw that your portfolio in the PMS side had about 68, 70 stocks also. So the question that we got from our investor is, since it is so well diversified, the portfolio itself, despite that, we saw some amount of underperformance between Jan to May, as you rightly mentioned. So what was the reason behind it, and how did you recover also? Because we saw a good amount of recovery happening in the latest
See,
recent.
yeah. See, compared to most PMS and AIF, we are well balanced and diversified. See, I'll just maybe slightly longish answer, but just explain it in a simple way. If you see, let us say you can see my hand, right? Let us say because this is BSE 500. BSE 500 is 96% of the market cap, and BSE 500 is the whole market. That's the broad index. Okay. Now, if this is BSE 500, imagine what you will do. What you will find is that a lot of PMS and AIF managers, they have preference for certain, their portfolios are narrow. By narrow, what I mean is that they have preference for certain style, certain sectors, or certain market caps. So you can see that there are some PMS managers who say that they are high quality and they have few number of high quality stocks. There are some PMS managers who say that they are managing a pure small cap portfolio. Their preference is small cap. There are some PMS managers who come and say that they are going after a certain theme. Correct. So if this is BSE 500, you will have people whose portfolios are like this or like this. Right? You get what I'm saying? It is generally a narrow, as in it's a subset of the market. And the narrowness is on one of the three axes: style, sector, market cap. Why is it that WhiteOak's portfolio is so many stocks, 50, 60 stocks in the PMS? Mutual fund, by the way, we have even more number of stocks. Why is it that our portfolio is more number of stocks? Because if this is BSE 500, I want my portfolio to be either this or this or this. It's not that we don't want to stick our neck out. Our active weight is as high as 60, 70%. So if you go sector by sector, stock by stock, if you go stock by stock, you will find that we are 60, 70% active weight as compared to benchmark. So we are not managing passively, we are managing actively. But if a manager comes and tells you that I am growth or value, contra, cyclical, I buy defensive stocks, I buy cyclical stocks, I buy high quality, I buy PSU, low value, low price to book, they all are telling you which segment of the market they are operating in. But market is market. Market is supreme. No one segment lasts forever. No one segment performs forever. Right? If I tell you that this is my portfolio, I will do very well when this is working. If this starts working, I will underperform.
Right.
See, that's what happens, right? 2016, 17, 18, people who had portfolio which were growth oriented and which had domestic cyclicals, they did very well. But in 2019, people who had high quality defensive portfolios, they did very well. But in 21, 22, people who had value portfolios, PSUs, oil, metal, commodity, they did well. So what happens? Style, sector and market cap, it keeps rotating depending on change in macro parameters. That is why the winners keep rotating. Now, our objective is to beat BSE 500 consistently. So our portfolio has to be growth as well as value, domestic as well as exports, defensive as well as cyclical, large cap, mid cap, small cap. So don't just look at the portfolio as a list of stocks. Also see it as a bunch of components, which is done to ensure that we are covering the market and yet we have the potential to outperform. Having a broad portfolio, see, how well we outperform will depend on what kind of stock picking we do. But how consistent we are, and जब खराब होता है, जैसे you gave example that Jan to we were underperforming, but this year everybody has underperformed. We are not way away. If you take 1st January till today, or if you take 1st April till today, we are not dramatically different from our competition. So when we were outperforming significantly. When we are underperformed, we are not way away from our peers. We are in line with our peers. So what happens is how well we perform will depend on our stock picking. But how consistent we are or how stable we are, that will depend on the portfolio construction. That is where this diversification helps.
So last question.
There's no right or wrong. Everybody is going after a particular outcome. The outcome we are going after is to beat BSE 500 by a big margin consistently. Somebody who has a narrow portfolio, they might be going for an outcome that I am holding 10, 12 stocks, their earnings will double every 5 years. I have nothing to do with the benchmark. So everybody has a different recipe. That's the point.
Right, and different styles works in different time frames. So as you rightly said,
that is why winners keep rotating. That's the point.
Right, absolutely.